Will Maggie Williams please join me at the podium? Maggie Williams is the founding partner of Griffin Williams, a consulting firm that specializes in helping public and private sector clients navigate transition, change, and challenging communication environments. She's a political powerhouse who has worked closely with the Clintons both inside and outside the White House. From 1993 to 1997, she was an assistant to former President Bill Clinton at the White House. At the same time, she served as the chief of staff to former First Lady Hillary Rodham Clinton, and she was the first person to play both roles concurrently. Later, she was chief of staff to Bill Clinton at the Clinton Foundation. In that position, she oversaw the launch of the Clinton Health Access Initiative and assisted with the creation of the Clinton Presidential Library. In 2008, she became a senior advisor and then a campaign manager for Secretary of State Hillary Rodham Clinton's presidential campaign. She was heavily involved in helping advise transition Clinton staff when she became Secretary of State. Williams had a long history in politics before these roles. She began her career as an aide to late Representative Maurice Udall. Some of her other positions include Director of Communications for the Children's Defense Fund, Media Relations for the Center of Budget and Policy Priorities, and the Democratic National Committee, and President of Fenton Communications. In 2005, Williams received a fellowship at the Institute of Politics, IOP, at Harvard University's John F. Kennedy School of Government, and she currently serves as a member of the IOP's Senior Advisory Committee. She was also a fellow at Harvard's Center for Public Leadership in 2006. Williams currently serves on the boards of Scholastic Corporation and CHAI. She's a trustee of the Rhode Island School of Design and an advisory board member of the Eli J. Siegel Citizen Leadership Program at Brandeis University, and was named the U.S. Commissioner to United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization in 2011. Williams received a bachelor's degree in political science from Trinity College in Washington, D.C. She received a master's degree in communication philosophy from Annenberg School of Communication at the University of Pennsylvania. In 2009, Trinity College awarded her an honorary doctoral degree. Maggie Williams, thank you for cracking the glass ceiling for women in politics. You truly are an inspiration to college women everywhere, especially myself. It is with great respect and gratitude for your work that the National Conference for College Women Student Leaders, Organizers, and Attendees, including myself, honor and recognize you as a 2012 Woman of Distinction.
Thank you, National Conference for College Women Student Leaders, for your recognition, for the gift of this evening and the opportunity to meet my remarkable honorees. Honestly, I mean, I wanted to be with you, but I really just wanted to meet these women, and it seemed like a good chance to do that, so it's all come together tonight. To all of the insights and inspirations shared tonight, I would add two brief observations. The first is about the necessity of engagement in times of chaos and change. And the second is about the inside life that each of us has. Even the most disagreeable people in politics, and there are many of them, and they're disagreeing more and more, agree that the world is complex, unpredictable, and fast and furious change is the only constant. And some people believe, many in my generation, that they can navigate change simply by ignoring it or stonewalling it. I believe that in times of great transition, these are the times that we are living in today, these are your times, that we can only navigate the size and pace of change by fearlessly engaging in it and helping to change it. And helping to shape it. Engagement in a changing world requires great ideas. And I just want to keep repeating that because ideas are everything. The fuel for a great idea is the same as it's always been: knowledge, imagination, conviction, and the courage to create. The courage to create. When we full-on engage, we not only have ideas, we not only give voice to our ideas, but we summon the energy and resources to thrust good ideas into orbit, to move concepts into concrete, or as my friend, the late Eli Siegel, used to say, effective people, fully engaged people, know how to get from poetry to prose. We're at a turning point in our great country. We have to figure out how to use fewer resources wisely and fairly while preserving the promise of America for all of its citizens. And this is no easy trick. This is not just a political problem to be addressed by campaign rhetoric. It is an American challenge that requires real invention, real imagination, and genuine goodwill. To succeed, we need all hands and all heads on deck. 21st century engagement works best as a collaborative sport, not because working together is a nice thing to do, even though it can be a nice thing to do, but simply because collaboration provides access to more perspectives, more information, more ideas, and more problem-solving experience. And we especially need young people as collaborative partners who are pioneering new ways of being and doing. You are already building a new world. At this very moment, and I say this all the time, at this very moment, the world I know, the world I knew, is being paved over by future generations making their own history now. For many of us, American politics feels stuck, and it seems incapable of navigating or shaping real change, while meaningful engagement and collaboration seem to be surging across the country in every sector, mostly led by young people. There are already some next-generation voices on the horizon that aim to get us unstuck in the political space here at home and in the world. And two of these I read about just this week in Fast Company. Innovators like Jeremy Hyman, whose Purpose Consultancy helps develop social movements around climate change and global governance, or Marcy Harris, whose startup PopVox offers a platform that allows citizens to track the path of legislation online and convey to lawmakers the impact the legislation will have on them personally. Now, normally I try to avoid begging publicly, but I am begging you. I'm begging those of you sitting in this room not to leave the transformation of American politics and governance behind. You are needed. Every level, national, state, and local, needs your attention, needs your ideas, and really needs your leadership. As much as there is change, there are some things that are non-negotiable, like the ideas that lie at the heart of civilization: human dignity, equality, fairness. Here we actually do need to stonewall and build stone walls around these values that have stood the test of time. I have one final thought here. This evening you honor us for our engagement in the world, our public actions, our outside lives, what you can see of us. But tonight is also about our inside lives, what you can't see, the experiences of our lives and how they have shaped us, the support, the rejection, the happy coincidence, the bad breaks, and these are my favorite, the small miracles, the challenging times, all the stuff we learn from, we make sense of, and use to create value and meaning in our lives. What you can't see is the DNA of our aspirations, our values, our beliefs, our character, what we're really made of. It is important to work hard on one's outside life. It is a blessing to find your space in the world and be successful at what you do. And it is immensely gratifying when others notice and think well of us. But you cannot work so hard on your outside life that you neglect your inside life. You cannot engage with the outside world only. You must be self-aware and engaged in navigating the change happening within you. After many public triumphs in life, you don't want to wonder who you are and who it was who did all these wonderful things and why. I encourage you to tend to your inner gardens and work at aligning your inner lives with your efforts to navigate and engage in a complex world. If you can do this, you can help shape the kind of change that allows you to be true to yourself and create lasting value to others. Thank you.